Good afternoon, everybody. So today I have a really awesome thing to do. So my lovely bride got me Corsa exhaust for Father's Day. So what we're gonna do is put that onto that and see what kind of sound we get out of it, and maybe some performance gains. Either way, it seems to be a hot trick for a lot of guys, and it does kind of sound crappy. And they're saying I can make this sound like a C7 Corvette just by putting this exhaust on it. So that's my dream. And I'm going to save 100 grand. So we'll see how it goes. But starting out, I got it up on ramps, and the back is jacked up with safety stands on each side as well. So I'm just going to try to give myself some extra clearance. And we'll unbox this the rest of the way, then I'll go over a few things that I did in advance that you should do too if you want to make it a little easier on yourself. Okay guys, a couple things you want to do in advance just to make your task a little easier. At this front connection point, just blast that with some penetrant of some type. I did it a little earlier. WD-40 is what I'm using. And then on all these rubber connectors, unless your truck's brand new, you should slick them up with something. I've heard guys using soapy water. You know, I just shot WD-40 down each side of these, all of them all the way back. And a little flapper action there, so sticking too. Anyway, so make sure you get all these. There's a bunch on the way back there. And then there's also one more connector, because I'm going to try to get this out without cutting it. So, because I'm going to probably end up taking it off when I get rid of the truck and selling it to some of you guys on gmtrucks.com or something. So anyway, there's a connector right there that we want to get some WD-40 on as well, both sides. So that's the one we're going to have to take off. So this is on the passenger side of the vehicle. That one will come out the driver's side. Anyway, do those prelims, let them set a little bit while you unbox. And again, make sure you're using safety stands, both sides. I got the jack under there as well. And no sense in getting crushed for an exhaust system. All right, guys. So in order to do this, hopefully, without having to cut the exhaust like everybody else is doing, first thing I did was drop the spare tire down. Now, just use your owner's manual if you can't figure that one out. And it's a pretty big tire, not a big deal really, but get that monster out of there. You'll have to pull the key out of your key fob in order to access the panel for that. But anyway, now I'm going to take out this heat shield for the tire. So it looks like a super great scalping device because of this really sharp edge. So I'm going to get everything loose but one or two bolts, and then stay back away from it when I drop it down out of there. The rest of the way, 13 millimeters, 6 of them all the way across. So wear your safety glasses, don't get a bunch of crap in your eyes, and we'll do this first, then go to the next thing. Okay, we got that big heat shield out of the way. Now I'm gonna go straight up to these. They're 13 millimeter also, and this is gonna disconnect the pipe from the driver's side. Okay guys, that came out easy enough. I'm glad I soaked it with the WD-40. Now we're gonna pop this end loose here, and we should have this come out as one unit. Okay, I got all the brackets loose, all the muffler connectors, hangers and all that. I got this loose. This we'll have to take off and use again on our other one, but this is all loose, but I can't push it forward enough to get that last bracket loose. So I'm gonna actually just take the bracket itself off back there. I'll show you which one it is. Okay, so here we are on the passenger side all the way to the back. This is the last muffler hanger, or tailpipe hanger. I can't get loose. I can't move it forward enough to get everything loose. Again, trying to do it as a unit, so I'm not cutting anything. So I'm just going to take the bracket itself off. So it's going to be this one right here, and then I'll reinstall it before putting the Corsa stuff on. It should give me enough room to get it out. It's one piece. I hope I can manipulate that gargantuan muffler. I don't know if I'll end up going forward or backward, but I'm going to try whatever way it takes. Well guys, as you can see, I hate to disappoint you, but I ended up cutting her. I ended up cutting her once and twice because I don't know, just wrestling that bad boy, laying on my back underneath there by myself wasn't flying. So I'm a damn good welder, so if I have to put it back together later, I will. But I do know one thing, You're gonna need to use this piece again, this clamp right here. So just pry this up, okay, and then scooch it forward, and you can just pry it right on out of there. But you'll need that again for your new setup. Okay guys, so I just kind of laid things out here in the order that it goes. Took a quick break, de-sweated. So one of the things you're going to want to do is make sure you put this connector on first. I just barely got it started, but I'm going to put some of this anti-seize on there, and I'm going to clean up my fingers real good so I don't muck up the situation. But on these, the muffler seam goes on top and slits go forward. So all the slits on any piece goes to the forward part of the vehicle. So here's a Y connector, slits are going to go forward. 3-inch clamp here, 3-inch clamp on the front of the muffler. Then it looks like we dropped down to 2.5s here for the two pieces that go over the axles, and then these pieces that go into my factory HDMI port looking exhaust tubes. But I may just get rid of those. They weren't available when we bought these last time, but now they are. So anyway, got some DoorDash bringing me an ice cream, and then I'm going to get back to work. Okay guys, the first thing I want to do is slide this in with the spherical clamp. Slide that into position, and then we're going to put this first muffler hanger. I'm going to slide that in right there. So I lubed it a little bit with some WD-40. I don't know if it's going to help or not. They're kind of a nightmare to get in there. I just tore that one pretty good. But so I don't know, maybe I'm going to take them out and put a little grease or something on them so I don't tear them all. Okay guys, so off of that first piece, we're supposed to hang the giant muffler. But I'm going to go ahead and hang this Y connector in here so that I can have something to help hold up the muffler. So I'm using, guys, to slippery this up a little, is just some Dawn dishwashing liquid and some water, because man, they're rough to get in there otherwise. And even so. So now we got both the tailpipes here to the Y connector. So I'm going to have to manipulate them up into position. Again, we didn't tighten anything back there because we want to get everything just where we want it. So put your clamps on where you can access the nuts. So I put mine both right on the inside instead of trying to get in between all this over here. So this will be a lot easier for me. Anyway, I'm going to try to slide them together and we'll see what we get. Cool. Okay guys, I got them slid up pretty tight, about as close to the welds as I can get on that one, and I'm right on it here. So again, I'm just going to put a little bit of snug on these, then we go back and make sure we don't have any interference with the bed or anything else when I lower it down, and we'll triple check everything. So this one, guys, we torqued to 21 pounds, and all the rest of the connectors are going to be to 45. Okay, here we are at the passenger side rear. I double checked all the clearances up there. So, and we're into the factory HDMI style connector right now without touching anything here because I don't know any weird rattles or squeaks. It all seems good. We're in the connector up here. And so I'm going to go ahead and line this one up and tighten her down to 45 pounds also. Then we'll go finish up the driver's side. So for the driver's side that attaches to the top here, a little more complicated to get it set up over there, but looks really good now. I got it centered in the HDMI and I got it way high above the axle here, not touching anything. So we're going to tighten that one up here, 45 pounds again, and then we'll go finish it up back there and we'll be ready for a cold start action.